Good morning, children. Today I have taken modals from grammar, and you have to be very attentive while I explain this whole thing to you. Now I'll start with the example. There is one sentence here. I've given one sentence here. Ram may go to school today. It's a very simple sentence. Ram may go to school today. Now it has a subject. Ram is a subject. It is a subject. It has, see, every sentence has two parts, subject and predicate, right? So Ram is a subject and rest of the part is predicate. And in the predicate, you will find a verb also. Go. The action verb, what is subject doing? Going somewhere, right? It has to go. So Ram may go to school today. So this is the action word. And this is the main verb. But you can see one more verb here. Now, what is this verb doing here? This verb is called auxiliary verb or helping verb or a modal because it tells about the modality of the main verb. It tells about the mode of or manner of the main verb. Okay, so this is called modal. It is telling about the probability. May is telling about the probability of the main verb. Ram may go to school today. There is a big probability that he would go to school. Okay, so Ram may go to school today. So may here is defining the main verb. It is providing additional meaning to the main verb. So what are modal verbs? They are auxiliary verbs that provide additional and specific meaning to the main verb of the sentence. It is giving a specific meaning to the sentence and to the main verb. Now there are many modals like can, could, may, might, must, shall, should, ought to, will, would, have to, had to, etc. Okay. And what do they express? They express modes. I just told you, they express modes such as ability, possibility, probability, permission, obligation, or things in the past, etc. So they can have more than one meaning depending on situations. Same modal can show one meaning as well as two meanings also or more meanings depending on the situation. So single concept, there are three types of categories. One is single concept modal which shows only one meaning, then double concept modal which shows two meanings, then modals in past express a situation in the past. Now I am going to explain you the categories. Single concept, these modals will, might, should, ought to, had, better fall under the category of single concept. There must be many more. Double concept, may, must, would, shall, could, can. Then modals in past, would have, could have, might have, like that. Now single concept modal. First we'll take single concept modal. Now we'll take will. Will shows the concept of future. It gives the concept of future. When we say will, it means future. Example, Sita will go to the town today. So it is telling about the main verb will, modifying the main verb, giving more meaning to the main verb. Will go. Okay, that is later in that day. Then might. Might, what is the concept of might here? Small probability. There is a small probability. If we take the same sentence, it would be Sita might go to the town today. So there is a small probability that she will go to the town. So Sita might go to the town today. So might is showing what concept? Of small probability. One more example, he might watch that movie someday. Then should. Concept, recommendation. When we give, like doctors say, you should do this, you should do that, right? You should brush your teeth daily. Or example, you should follow a health regime. So recommendation. You should follow a proper diet. you should exercise daily, like that. Then ought to. Ought to is somewhat like should only, but it is a formal recommendation or moral obligation. Like you ought to respect your elders, you ought to salute your seniors, or you ought to respect your flag, like that. Had better, it is giving the concept of warning. I had better study or I'll fail the test. It is a warning to oneself only. I had better study or I will fail the test. You had better do the work or you will not get the chocolates, like that. So double concept model. These were about just one single meaning. Now two concepts. One concept, like first example is may. Concept 1, permission. Example, may I come in? Here it is giving permission. It is about permission. The concept is permission. May I come in? May I do that? May I give you a glass of water? Or may I sit here? So it is taking permission. Concept, good probability. We may bring the pup tomorrow. There is a good probability that we may bring the pup tomorrow. It may rain in the evening, or it may rain by the evening. So that is good probability. So showing two concepts. So that is why it is called double concept model. Now must. Concept 1, responsibility. Everyone, it shows which concept? Responsibility. Everyone must pay taxes. So it is responsibility. Concept 2, assumption. He didn't open the door. He must be sleeping. So assuming that he must be sleeping. So two meanings. Then would. Concept 1, past. When the grandmother was young, she would play games. Okay, then concept 2, present, which is unreal. I would buy the car, but I can't afford it. Shall, concept 1, offer, which is in a polite manner, courteous manner, formal manner. I shall go now. Shall I leave? Like that. Concept 2, contractual obligation. The company shall bear all expenses. Okay. Could, concept 1, unreal ability. I could go if I had time. Past ability, she could complete the work in the given time. Can, concept 1, present ability. She can play guitar, present, in present. Concept 2, permission. Can I have a chocolate? So you have to just go through all these concepts. You will understand how these modals are used. Like here, can shows the ability and the permission. Just to summarize all the concepts. Might, probability, possibility. Could, probability, possibility, ability, permission. May, probability, possibility, like this. I will give you a snapshot of this. Just go through this and you will understand it. Now modals in the past. Now when it is in the past, then with modal verb, what comes? Have plus verb. Whatever verb is there, it comes like the modal plus have plus verb in past participle. Verb would be in past participle. Third form of verb. For example, it must have been a long drive. Must is a modal with which what has come, because it is in the past, so have, and the verb be, been. It must have been a long drive. You should is modal, have, and the third form of verb go, past participle. You should have gone to their wedding. Third example, I would have visited you, but I forgot your address. I would is modal plus have plus third form of visit. So like this, modals are used.